Here at Austin Peay State University. Let's go ahead and discuss and demonstrate a barbell back squat. The big picture analogy we want to start to imagine here is that with the bar on our back, we want to sit back on our heels as if we're sitting back into a chair that's about a foot away from us. Okay, from the side view, what that looks like is we're going to go ahead and initiate this movement with our hips, sitting back on our heels and sending them back towards that chair. Notice that my back stays nice and straight and my chest is upright. That spine needs to be as upright and as straight as possible. We accomplish this with a slight arch in our low back and a big open chest with our shoulder blades pulled back. Okay? Let's talk about a setup for a barbell back squat. First and foremost, we always squat facing in towards the back. Okay? But for intensive purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to squat facing the camera. Secondly, our bumpers and our J-hooks need to be set up to the appropriate height for our body size, again for safety purposes. Stepping under this bar, obviously setting this bar, we want to try and get it onto the meat of our traps. Too high or too low is obviously uncomfortable and it can offset mechanics. Alright? Hand position. We want to get our hands on top of the bar so that way we can, one, eliminate wrist pressure, and two, we can rip this bar across our back and bend it over there as we stand up. Alright? Take a look at my stance here. We use a neutral or an athletic stance, which means slightly wider than shoulder width and our toes slightly turned out. The key to this stance is the knee to toe relationship. Alright? As I sit back in this chair, my knees are going to follow my feet, and my kneecaps are actually going to follow the direction of my toes. Okay? So staying tall, sitting back, watch my knees as they cover my feet. Okay? Welcome back in here. A couple of distinctions here. If you'll notice, to be able to stay upright, my hips and my shoulders need to lower and rise at the same time. That avoids getting out over your toes in an unsafe position. Secondly, we always lower and sit under control and stand up as fast as we can, especially under loaded conditions. Okay? And then lastly, we always squat so that the top of the thigh becomes parallel to the ground. Side view, sitting in the chair, parallel to the ground. And that is a barbell back squat.